Hey folks, this is David Smith at Correctional Officer Lifestyle, coming to you today with another video. The title of this video, simply put, is what does it take to make a correction system work? Obviously, staff. Staff is the biggest issue. Staff is something that we desperately need to make corrections work. Staff is something that we are running in short supply of all across the nation. However, when it comes to staffing a prison or a correctional facility or a correctional environment, you have to have the right people. You have to have the right people. You have to have people that are of the right temperament. You have to have people that have the right professionalism. And there's just a number of factors that go into it. But, you know, I talked about in previous videos, I talked about the big rocks of the Department of Corrections as pointed out by former Secretary Mark Inch. And I'm going to turn this a little bit. That's better. I also talked about the values and the purposes of corrections, and I just want to go back to the values because the values are, I think, what makes the correction system work. Now, the values that we have in place, the official, if you will, values of the Florida Department of Corrections are respect, integrity, courage, selfless service, and compassion. And I personally feel that you have to have all five of those to make a correction system work. Respect, obviously, you have to have respect. You have to have respect for the chain of command. You have to have respect for your superiors. You have to have respect for those that work under you. But more importantly, you have to actually have respect for the inmate population. You have to respect their ability because they have numbers against us. They do. And I've always been of the frame of mind that respect begets respect anyway. So if I am going to demand respect from the inmate population, then maybe I could try giving a little bit of respect to them and just being a professional through and through with every inmate that I interact with. Be a professional. That shows a level of respect. It is the professionalism that you bring into the job that is going to show the respect that I am talking about. Making sure that the inmate has everything that he is authorized to have. Making sure that his basic needs are met. Not his desires. Not the inmate's desires, the inmate's needs. Food, clothing, shelter, such as this. Those need to be met. Those are needs that need to be met. As long as we are doing that, and we are doing so because it needs to be done, not because we're told to, that is the modicum of respect that I am talking about. Now, when we go into integrity, I have heard several definitions of integrity. The current chief of security that we have right now at my facility believes that integrity is doing the right thing regardless who's watching, regardless what time of day it is. I can agree with that. We had a former warden at my facility who believed to do the right thing at the right time for the right reason. That is also a valid definition for integrity. My personal definition for integrity is to do the right thing simply because it is the right thing to do. You'll notice in every one of those definitions, doing the right thing is integrity. Okay? Doing the right thing is integrity. Courage. Courage does not run in short supply in the facility that I work at. We don't have too many cowards working out there. They're willing to jump in there. They're willing to help their fellow officer. They're willing to get their hands dirty, do whatever they need to do to make sure that everybody goes home safe. However, there is a different kind of courage that I would like to talk about, because when you get into this environment, you know you're going to have to deal with inmates, but do you know you're going to have to deal with your peers? Do you know you're going to have to deal with your superiors or possibly those that work under you? That takes a different kind of courage. Speaking truth to power. Walking up to your supervisor on shift and saying, hey, boss, can I talk to you for a minute? And when you get behind closed doors, I have a problem. This is my problem. That takes a different kind of courage. Or when you realize that your shift supervisor or your boss is about to do something stupid and you tap him on the shoulder and say, hey, boss, can I talk to you for a minute? This probably ain't going to end as well as you think it is. Why don't we try something different? That takes a different kind of courage. And that's the kind of courage that I think we need in the Department of Corrections, in the profession of corrections, okay? Selfless service, we all come into this to serve the public. I have not seen many mission statements in the Department of Corrections in the state of Florida that does not have protect the public at the forefront. And I have not seen a single mission statement in the Florida Department of Corrections that doesn't have protect the public in it somewhere. Our job is to serve. Our job is to serve without thinking of ourselves. Part of our code of ethics is that I will go in harm's way in fulfillment of these missions. You can't be selfish and put yourself in harm's way. Those two things don't go together. All right, but last, compassion. Compassion. I didn't always believe that compassion belonged in the job of corrections, but I was proven wrong early in my career. We had a lieutenant that worked at one of our satellite facilities, the now closed Berrydale Forestry Camp, that had an inmate walk up to him, and he was distraught. And he told the lieutenant, my mom just died. And the lieutenant's answer to him was, well, boy, everybody dies. And he walked off. That is not compassion. That is not showing compassion. That inmate is a person. That inmate has feelings. That inmate might be having a really rough time dealing with the fact that his mother passed away. Now, am I saying that we give this inmate a hug and we cry with him and we give him a shoulder? No, that's not what I am saying. That's not what I am saying at all. However, we do have a psychology department. We do have a chaplaincy department. We have the ability to help this inmate through his trying time. And if we don't extend those services to that inmate, then we are doing him a disservice and potentially doing his family, who did nothing wrong, a disservice. Compassion is an important part of this job, folks. Don't think that it's not. And there it is. If you adhere to these values, then the correction system will work. The correction system will absolutely work. All right? Respect, integrity, courage, selfless service, compassion. 5 very important facets of what we do for a living. Folks, that's all I've got for this video. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. You want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit the bell for notifications when I post new videos, and engage with me. Comment. Let me know what's going on in your life. Let me know what you're thinking about. I will answer your comments. It might take me a little bit, but I will answer your comments. All right? As always, there is no place for domestic violence in this world. If you are the victim or you know the victim of a domestic violence situation, 1-800-799-SAFE. 1-800-799-7233. That is a domestic violence hotline. The people at the other end of that phone call have the tools, abilities, and resources to help the victims of domestic violence. If you know the aggressor in a domestic violence situation, remember that the absolute worst thing you can do is nothing. Say something to somebody. And if you are the aggressor in a domestic violence situation, there is help for you too. Number 1, you have to admit that you need that help. Number 2, ask for it. Folks, love shouldn't hurt. I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. And we work in corrections. One team, one fight. Y'all stay safe behind the fence. I'll see you on the next video.